Hi and welcome back. So I am making a start on the Type 9 Shuttle. We'll be back very shortly, but as you can see here, I've done the first most important thing. Every part has had a really good wash. I have a pot of soapy water, big container of clear water to rinse afterwards, and now it's all out drying. Once it's dried, I'm going to put some of these clear parts back away in the bags so I don't misplace them. But then we will go over some of the ideas I've got with how we're going to get this lit and some of the problems I've already worked out we're going to have to deal with. So back shortly once this is dried and I can start handling it again. Right, this has had a couple of hours drying now. A few parts still need to dry a bit further. Not a problem. It's not a sprint in this kit. So, I thought we'd go over what we're going to be doing. I have watched quite as much footage as I can find in Voyager of the Type 9 Shuttle. And it's really frustrating. The strobe hazard light, it appears in different places on different episodes, and even in the same episode it's not consistent. So there's episodes where there's a strobe at the front, there's episodes where it's at the top, there's an episode where it's at the back here. It's really inconsistent. But Keith, or Sophie, have provided a tiny hole at the bottom, and that's the only strobe I'm going to use because that'll fill in, it'll cover for everything. There's so many discrepancies with this in the show. I'm not going to stress about it, and we're only going to use that one. So that's one light dealt with. Front panel. I'm going to light a lot of this using a COB chip on board because it's very small, don't take a lot of space, lights up nicely to give a lot of illumination. So most of the lighting is going to be done with COB on this. I've got white, red and blue with my stash. This will obviously get the painting masks on it before we start anything. I did do a dry fit before I washed this of these two parts together and going inside, and this is really tight, so I'm not going to put it in again until I'm actually putting it in for good. But what it has taught me is any light blocking, I'm not going to be able to go on the inside of this part, so any light blocking will have to be on the outside, and any light blocking on these will have to be on the inside, because I think just paint layers are going to make the fit really difficult. Only one we've got to worry about is a light for the top here, which Cobb will probably do it as well, or maybe just a piece of LED strip. We'll see how we go there. Another nice thing for the wires from the front, there's a hole in here, so the wires will all thread back. They'll come out here, underneath, and be kept neat coming out through that hole. This is the same for the rear. I've actually put a piece of wire in so you can see. So to the cells, this part has been hollowed out. If we decide to light up the impulse engines, which I probably will, we can see the wire inside there, can we? Yeah, you can just see it. So you can see the wire runs right up and go from there. It comes out inside, and again, in the design, goes through there, and this is how it would go down to the base of your stand. Really nice. this part has quite a bit of lighting. There's space to run cob around the back. I'm going to address something that I have noticed. The kit, it has these clear parts go in here and on there. You then mask them. You then paint it. You then remove the mask. You then put the decals on. And reaching in there for decals is going to be really difficult. I don't know what you think, but I think it will. But looking at how the parts are separate, I think I'm going to decal these separately and get all this painted and then put the pieces in. I think that'll be the more sensible way to go. And that'll be that part, on both sides. This one is the same. So I think we'll do the same with the clear parts. What I have noticed though, in dry fitting, there has been a gap left for wires, but there's no tolerance at all. It's really flush. So what I think I'm going to do is just drill in the back of it. Wires will come down and we'll be able to hide them inside. They won't show from what you'll be able to see with this in place. So I'll just run the wires down and to connect up with the rear ones. So that's sorted. Nacelles, lovely. We'll use the blue COB, red COB, and we'll just put a couple of might just put a couple of LEDs underneath and just finish it with a touch of clear resin for the nav lights because they're static. So that's how we'll light them up. When I've been going back watching, I can't see these lit up in any of the episodes, but we've seen plenty of other Starfleet ships where the impulse engine's lit up red, so I'm going to light them up red. So that pretty much covers what we're doing with lighting. So I'm going to start getting some black primer down on this, and I'm going to use black primer for the light blocking. So once I've got some primer down, we'll have a look at things again and we might be able to see a bit more detail. Right, I hadn't realised how long this video was getting when I'd gone over my ideas for lighting that I did in the last segment. So I thought this would be a good place to leave this video. I have the masks in place on the console. Gives a good idea now of which ones, where the panels are going to be. I know it wasn't easy to see before on basically translucent resin. Masks are from Aztec Dummy. These are included in the kit. I've used Aztec Dummy masks before. Really, really good quality. Lou from over there really knows what he's doing. And I think it's a great example, shows the collaboration that's gone into putting this kit together. But I think this is a great place to wrap up. We get an idea how things are off to look. So thank you for watching this time. Keep trekking and keep modelling. Thank you. Goodbye.